Hello.
Hey.
Hi, welcome to the first episode. AndroidTec. Here we go. We got a couple people here today. We might have a couple more people joining us. In the room today we got CW, known as
Yo.
Quiz. What's going on, bro?
Not much.
All right, we got Chaostic, Lewis. How you doing? The other Android noob of the bunch, and we have Miss Nicolette, who come to join us today and share her comments and requests. And we have Miss Nicolette. Oh shit! It's
And somebody's like,
plus
who's watching his own video?
my own video just started broadcasting in the background. Hold up. All right, I'm gonna close that. Anyways, so here today we have a couple topics of discussion, and the main one is called graphene, and I just need to give you a briefing of what graphene is. Well, first of all, not many people know about this. This started off very early in time, but it actually only recently got discovered for what its use really is. And it actually started in about 2004. These two scientists in Europe, I don't need to give you their names. They're very weird names, like Constantine and Andre Yaim or something like that. Anyways, they got the Nobel Prize in 2010, and it actually helped a lot because nobody realizes what happened. But they actually found it because they were rubbing Scotch tape on graphite there, and they actually found particles on it and realized what it can do. No one really knows what it would do until recently. So let me give you a brief though. It's kind of it's the first 2D crystal known to man. If you look at the periodic table, there's only single layer crystals that come out and whatnot. There's other crazy forms of it. It's actually the thinnest form known to man. It's actually 1 atom thick, and it's also the lightest. On top of that, you hear things like carbon fiber and whatnot, but like it's obviously not that strong compared to like say steel or diamonds. But it actually is harder than diamonds, and it's about 300 times stronger than steel would be. So let me give you an example. If you take an elephant and you take a pencil and you stand the elephant on top of the pencil, and then you take a piece of graphene and put it under the pencil, this pencil will not be able to penetrate through the graphene. That's how strong you could possibly imagine it would be. So it's kind of amazing what it turns itself into. There's other major components of it, advantages, that it's actually a better conductor of electricity than copper itself, which has a huge benefit in the electronic world. It can actually, and now one of the main benefits, which is one of the reasons why Nokia was actually given a grant for $1.35 billion. This happened actually yesterday, or I believe the day before. I forgot when it was. But the European Union offered them this grant since it's one of the super strongest materials in the world to be able to do research on it. Nokia's purpose for doing research on it is that they really want to use it for electronic use, such as it's going to be a new wave generation of phones that are going to be coming out, where we have flexible LED screens coming out, but aside from that, the difference is we don't have the durability and lightweight of it. That's not even the half of it, aside from the casing that's within it. Because Motorola is doing their titanium cases and their what is that called? They have Teflon cases and stuff like that, which is really stupid because who's shooting bullets through your cameras and your phones and whatnot. But anyways, what's it called? The benefit of what Nokia is really doing, because Nokia doesn't really make phones as much anymore. I mean, they make their Windows phones and they do what they do with that. But the real benefit that Nokia is doing is that they're actually using it to dispose heat from their chips, because as the future moves on, we have smaller phones, more compact, they're thinner, they're lighter, and for that reason you need to have a benefit from it. So the real benefit would be that it actually dissipates heat better than silicone chips. I mean, it can actually move heat around silicone chips, preventing damage in hot spots. A lot of the problems we have with fans, like, first of all, fans are way too big to fit on a lot of gadgets and devices. So you can't put fans in phones, and they consume too much electricity at the same time. So we resort to heat sinks. But heat sinks are not beneficial either, because they can only dissipate so and so amount of heat depending on the casing that they're in. But another major benefit would be that they're transparent, and they're super flexible. But a thin 1 atom can be super flexible. It can maintain any shape in any form that you put it into, that you bind it into. These major benefits has caused a lot of different things to happen, especially with the next wave of phones that we're going to be seeing. So, I mean, look at this, we got flexible screens, we got graphene materials to be put as a case in the phones, as well as you have the graphene for the heat dissipation of phones, which will improve, the speed and durability and longevity of a phone's life itself, which is just such a great improvement in the world of phones and devices we're going to have in the next years coming on. So, by the way, this Nokia grant is given to them for the next 10 years. They're going to be doing research on it. On top of this, let me also mention that on an unrelated Android note, it must be, but it is a very techy note, this material is actually strong enough to be able to build a space bridge directly from the ground straight to space. Now, what that will allow us to do is not use rocket ships to get into space. We can actually build, it is possible, we can actually build transport units that go from the ground directly into past orbit in space. And but that also benefits a lot of other things. The world is going to change a lot just because of this. They're actually going to be able to build. It is possible to build space stations up there, or rather power stations up there, because we have power plants over here. What's the biggest downfall? The pollution that coal plants make, nuclear power plants. That you have nuclear meltdowns. We don't even want to talk about how crazy of a hazard that is. So that's why
Homer Simpson employees.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're gonna have meltdowns. We got Homer Simpson dumbasses, working these things anyways. I mean, look, we had the meltdown that happened in, what was that, Japan or whatever. You just don't want these things happening, but they generate a lot of power. It is beneficial, extremely.
Is it stronger compared to titanium?
Oh, 10 times strong. Well, all right. Let me say this: titanium. I don't even know. I think steel is stronger than titanium.
Hell no.
Yeah, titanium alone is nothing. Usually the titaniums that we have, like Bic pens, are actually titanium molybdenum, I think it is.
Yeah, my jaw is titanium. Yeah, I got hit with a fucking bottle. That made me titanium. But
oh shit, I forgot about
yeah. No, titanium, the reason why people use titanium is because it's a very light and strong composite metal. Well, actually, it's not metal. It's not metal-based. It's titanium alloy, I think, has metal mixed into it. But and that's what, typical bikes are made out of, like bicycles and stuff like that. But, no, titanium I don't think would be as strong. It's just a very lightweight and very, strong for what it could be used for, such as things like my jaw and whatever it may be. Well, actually, graphite and titanium for golf clubs or whatever. It's kind of
back, dude. I got 8 inches of titanium rods in my bag, bro. So
yeah, there you go. They're good for medical use because they don't, they don't rust, they don't rot. You know what I mean? They're stainless naturally, I guess. But anyways, what I was saying is that this material will actually, no, I was going on about the power plants. The power plants, since they're so hazardous on Earth's surface, and they cause pollution, and they use gas and coal and whatever the oil may be, and that's causing a huge downfall and increase in our gas prices and oil prices. So it's strange how little things like graphene will be such a benefit in the future because of things like that. How it links up. Screens. Yeah. How it links up is just amazing, how the connection between them. But if you build an actual solar power station in orbit and then have a line run down from orbit, made out of graphene through the Earth's surface, we could run direct power straight to here. The benefit of having a solar power station up there as opposed to on the surface of the Earth is that you actually get I don't even know how many times power, but let me put it this way: it'll take one solar power plant in orbit, a regular size solar power plant that would be normally on the Earth's surface in orbit. You could power the entire state of Texas with one solar power plant out in orbit. And if you put a whole bunch of them out there, once we get graphene perfected, that we can get it all the way up into orbit. It'll actually benefit a lot for that reason. And it's a renewable source of power. It doesn't cost anything. I mean, obviously building it costs. But other than that, after that, we will have renewable energy that will last us a lifetime out in space. And there's less elements out in space that will, that'll interrupt or disrupt the connection of power being sent to us. Because, other than the sun rotating, the Earth is rotating around the sun. So when it's dark out, we won't get that power. But other than that, we can, build the power up and we'll have them all over the Earth. We can also put nuclear stations out in space which will also, draw power as well. I mean, and if you have a nuclear meltdown, it won't be like, a huge hazard. At least it'll be out in space and we don't care about it. There are downfalls so far. I mean, they haven't perfected what really, can be done to do this. It is very possible, but then we have to worry about the elements of weather. Say we get a tornado or a hurricane or something like that, and it breaks that tether. That's the biggest issue that we're going to be having, facing us when it comes to that. So we need to perfect, this substance is strong enough, but we do need to perfect how it's going to be, sustainable all the way up into, orbit. Also, we need something to ground it. It's got to be something really deep into the ground. It's got to be something that could really hold this kind of taut, line that's going to be brought up. It doesn't necessarily have to be a line as well. It could be a line with some sort of structure that goes up into space. As well as, what this will also give us, the ability to transmit radio waves from high up almost into orbit out to the Earth. I mean, we have satellites and all, but radio waves travel obviously by height. So, it'll benefit us. We'll get better signals, say in our cell phone, for example. I mean, certain things it could benefit, really, if you really put our mind to it, it'll open up a whole bunch of new different, abilities and different, things that we can do for ourselves to advance ourselves in technology. One of the biggest things we need to do is advance in technology when it comes to, opening the passageway of, space. The links that we have between space and here is incredible. So, we really need to know what we're doing with ourselves when it comes to that. Oh, Hilton can't rejoin. That's a shame, man.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can rejoin him right now.
To invite him.
Yeah, I'm trying right now, but it's not working. I invited him. Let's see what happens. Nicolette went bye-bye. I don't know what happened to her. Any of you guys have anything to add to these, to what I'm talking about? Anything you guys ever heard about this?
Well, the power plant thing kind of sounds fascinating. Putting a tether up into space. I don't know how you can
it's called,
accomplish that.
Again,
but
what's the thing called again?
It's called the space bridge.
No,
I'm sorry. It's called the space elevator. I stand
no,
corrected.
not that. I had a question about the graphene. Graphene.
Yeah.
So it's conductor, right?
It's highly conductive. It's actually more conductive than copper,
And that's
which is
right.
it's
awesome.
badass because copper's the most conductive thing I know of. So
Yeah, exactly. Except besides some gold, but
Yeah.
gold is too
Right.
expensive to be able to use and everything. So
heck, can't have a gold heat sink, solid gold heat sink. If I was rich, dude, I'd build me a badass custom solid gold one. I
Yeah.
bet the Arabs over there got a fucking solid gold chassis and frame.
oh, they got solid gold Mercedes-Benz. If you look it up on Google, you'll find a solid gold Mercedes-Benz. And it is in an Arab
3D
country.
printer is next.
Oh man, they're crazy with that. Yeah, they got the gold to do it. No, but a lot of our equipment is actually gold plated. You'd be surprised. We have a lot of gold plated hardware inside our computers. Have little bits of gold. Aside from mercury, we got gold in there.
Right.
PCI slots we have with the connector. The connectors are actually gold plated. If you look at them, very very little bit of gold though. But if you collect enough of it, you could actually get an extra nugget going. But it needs tons
Welcome
of
back, Nicolette.
off of that. Now, I think Nokia, I mean, it's going to be big. I'm trying to figure out why it's Nokia, but Nokia does radio electronics, and they do circuitry, and they do chipsets. We do have Nokia chipsets in our electronics that we don't even realize we have. Nokia stepped down from the cell phone industry as much as I don't know why they did. I mean, it's a bigger booming industry than anything right now, especially with Android phones. And I don't know why Nokia decided to start.
Well,
Nokia,
I can think it's probably
Windows phones. What is wrong with you?
Oh, well, I think with Nokia, I don't know why they didn't do a touchscreen now that we've done that, but I know that once everybody went to flip phone, they sort of bailed on everything.
Yeah,
and then
right?
when they tried to make a flip phone, they were like 2 years too late, and everybody's like, yawn, we got smartphones and iPhones, we don't care about your flip phone, even though it is a Nokia.
Yeah, right?
But I will say that Nokia did have some of the best phones that are ever made. There's still some, what is it, my best friend's wife still has one. And I mean, seriously, that thing goes low battery, and it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, bro.
Mine says low battery, you better plug it in 10 minutes. But no, it's interesting that Nokia is kind of getting into this. You know, they're trying to innovate. You know, find something new.
Hey, Motorola, remember these?
Wow, it's like StarTAC or something.
StarTAC. These are analog StarTACs, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. These are the ones that were in the museum in during Big Android Barbecue. If you actually look up Big Android Barbecue online on Google, you'll actually find my phones. You'll see a picture of my phones in the display cases and stuff like that. They sent them back to me. Thank God. You know, that's cool of them.
Yeah. The link that you showed me that one day.
Yeah. I mean, the battery on these things, I mean, they're gigantic. Like, this is an extended battery, but bro, imagine a battery like this. Like, seriously,
right.
Man, this is the size of a cell phone now.
Yep.
But Nokia is doing. I mean, Nokia has the N7 right now, and that phone retails for about $500. I mean, bro, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone with a Nokia N7? I don't know one person that has one. You know,
everybody's too busy having Android phones and non-Nokias because you know the Samsungs and everybody else are the big pushers.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing in the PC market. I mean, you got HP is #1 because they outsell everybody, not because they're any good.
Well, they are pretty good. You gotta admit they did it for years.
They're okay. I mean, they're not crap, but you know, it's still they're not that much better.
You know, they made big improvements. The titanium cases, which the idea they took from Apple, was a genius idea that they can do because why make a laptop out of plastic when you can make the entire casing of the laptop heat sink itself? You know what I mean? Like
right.
That makes a lot of sense to do that. You know?
Yeah, take the heat out of the computer, let it go out into the environment. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you know, there's your case. Your room is your case. Yeah.
So I mean, Nokia should have done. They could have done big things with the cell phone. They had the audience to do it. You know, I mean, I'm sure if Nokia kept on the Android tip, I would have considered buying one if they came out with something really ingenious or something intuitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could even go clever with their marketing. I mean, come on, you're talking. It's a Finnish company, right? So you got Hi-Fi, Wi-Fi, Nokia-Fi. You know.
Yeah, they are their own industry.
This is their only shot, really. This is their only shot. You know, if they can pull this material off and come out with a badass phone before anybody, which, like Apple.
Well, they'll come out with something exclusive for sure.
Well, they got the Lumina 920.
Yeah, but
they got the Lumina phones right now, and that's all they're really pushing. They're not even doing superconductors or any circuitry of any sort. And I thought they would be doing more of that, and they ended up not doing that, which is kind of weird. I'm surprised about that. I just realized this chat has been locked on Nikki the whole time because I was wondering. I clicked on her to see where she was, and it wasn't switching over to anybody. That's a dir of me. Oh man. No, I'm kidding, Nikki. You're the best.
No date. That's it.
I'll probably meet you, Nikki, when I come up there.
Oh yeah, he's coming to New York in a couple of weeks.
End of the month, man.
After the show, this is.
So I mean, and the only other thing that Nokia is doing is they're making speaker systems for their phones, with docking bays and stuff like that. I mean,
good ones.
I don't know. They could be doing so much for themselves, and they get shrunk. But I think Samsung owns Nokia, right?
What?
They what?
Does Samsung own Nokia? Does Samsung take over Nokia?
No.
What were you saying about that? Weren't you saying someone was saying that in the channel earlier?
Well, they're full of shit, dude.
Maybe in market share, but not.
Yeah.
Not the corporate. Not buying them out or owning them or being a subsidiary or nothing. They're separate.
But HTC is also doing really bad right now.
Well, they were big. They were the biggest, and then their innovations. They lost their innovations. I mean, we had the Hero. We had.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have smartphones.
Supersonic Evo was the biggest thing ever.
Well, the Evo 3D was one of their interesting ones.
Yeah, that was an innovator, but which I did have that phone and I did develop with it. It honestly is a piece of shit. I had that phone.
Right.
I had 3 of those phones. The third one I had, I owned it for about 2 days. I didn't even take it out of the package. I sold it as brand new.
I tried to buy another one, dude.
Dude, it was the worst. I sold it for $340, and I bought a Galaxy S2 for $290, and the Galaxy S2 is a better phone than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, big deal. It's got 3D. Oh, it's got 2 cameras on the back. It's gonna do something that we don't care about. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, the 3D, it's a gimmick, but I don't know who's gonna use it. Yeah.
It wasn't really.
And the rest of the phone wasn't impressive. That was the problem.
The hardware.
If it had the 3D plus a Galaxy S2 quality hardware profile, yeah, then you might have something. But they missed.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the Supersonic itself, the original Evo 4G, was, I think, in my opinion, one of the best phones HTC has ever made. I had about.
It set the bar.
Yeah, dude.
Set the bar.
It definitely set a bar. I took them apart. I put them back
resemble
together.
that now. You notice that? All these cell phones resemble a Evo 4G.
Yeah,
they
these
look
are
like that now.
The bars. You're right. The bars are the
bar,
first.
dude.
Oh yeah, you're
Now
right.
look, it's just,
Well, everybody copies everybody. I mean, it's just
It's the way it is. If we wouldn't copy anybody, then we wouldn't have text messaging. We wouldn't have, a phone icon on our phone. We wouldn't have a volume button on the side. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get real, man. There's everything's copied.
Stuff that just has to happen.
Yeah, then Dell would be suing fucking Samsung for their monitors that they make for their computers. It's all the same thing. The components are all the same. It's just what's inside, the guts that matter.
Right.
So they got to get off that tip. But I don't know. We're going to be seeing a lot from Nokia in the next 10 years because of graphene. And there are a lot of laboratories and scientists that are actually doing research with graphene. Yeah, I know, right? And there's a lot of places that are purchasing and making graphene, which is it's going to be something really big that you guys are going to really.
Maybe we need to buy some stock in this.
We need to buy some stock in Nokia if you're going to see some advancements in technology.
That's real risky, though.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? A lot of phone companies are going to be purchasing graphene. What is that? What do you call that? Patents and stuff like that through Nokia. They're going to start making all these things that are going to, start being Nokia based, and that's where they're going to start dominating. So I'm glad Nokia is doing that to try to better themselves. We got to definitely enjoy that. That's good for them. Yeah, definitely about that.
Props to Nokia.
Props to them. So I hope that all works out, and I hope we start seeing a lot of advancements through it, because that will change everything with phones. And then, like I said, we got flexible screens coming out. We got transparent screens coming out. Remember, graphene is also transparent.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's durable. Is it waterproof?
I believe it is. I mean, it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of how they contain whatever they're doing. If you
I thought it was too. So
and make it airtight, it's going to be waterproof.
I think that site that we looked at the other day said something about waterproof. I'm pretty sure.
What, for graphene? I haven't checked
the
it
one
out.
you showed me. You showed me.
Could be. There's even some. I mean, some water-resistant phones already out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OtterBox.
Yeah.
Besides the cases though, like the phone itself, the phone body.
Yeah, Galaxy S3, bro. Look at your phone. Splash some water. Put your phone under a faucet for about 2 seconds. Nothing will happen to your phone.
Yeah.
Galaxy S3 is pretty water resistant as it is. It's almost it's in between water. It's better than water resistant, but it's not waterproof. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it couldn't be. None of them could be completely waterproof because of the ports. There's no way.
Yeah, exactly. But you got plugs that you can put into like the headphone jack and the charge port. You know what I mean? That helps it. So if anything, I mean, they should. Hey, there's an idea right there. Hello, Kickstarter. Someone should put universal plugs that you can put into, because every phone has a micro USB.
There you go.
It has, you know what I mean? You can get all those, and you get a plug on the top.
My original Samsung, the E105 Flip that I had, a little cheapie, that one had the protectors, like for the charger port and all that stuff. I mean, it had those little rubber things.
Yeah, that's great to have. Like why don't more phone industries do that? So we got to put it on third party.
It costs another half a penny.
There's an
manufacture
idea
that times millions of units, and yeah,
man,
expensive.
Yeah, but no, once we get it going, that could be something big right there. So people
it's definitely a nice touch.
Oh, definitely. We got. Hey, no one's viewing right now. Those bastards. Don't worry, we'll have it archived. It is 2 in the morning, so I mean we can't blame that. I mean I don't know what time it is for you guys. It's 12.
12 over here. Yeah.
and we got 1:12 a.m. for Lewis, and me and Nikki got the same time. So all right, so what about the Nook? You want to go for Nook time, or you got any more guys you want to discuss about Graphene and its amazing ability? It's a super.
I could go for Nookie. No, wait. Oh, Nook, you mean Martin? Yeah, never mind.
Nook or Nookie? Oh.
Nook for Nookie. That sounds like a sweepstakes coming on.
Nookie. So, I'll just introduce it. I mean, he got himself a Nook a couple weeks ago, and I convinced him to finally root it and do some development on it and change it around. And hey,
I want to grab the cord.
It's a whole new world for him now. He's so happy he did it. I know that. I mean, he was in the beginning. It's like, oh, it's got an Android-based system on it. I mean, the Nook system is pretty much Android-based. I believe it comes with a base system of 404 ice cream sandwich.
Yep.
But it's highly modified by Nook. Wait,
of course.
What is the company that makes Nook?
Barnes & Noble, isn't it?
Way worse than Sense, dude. But you can get rid of the bloatware and stuff. That's what that Gaps package does.
Well, Sense is just HTC's thing. TouchWiz is Samsung.
Yeah, I like TouchWiz, honestly, but
TouchWiz is cool.
Hey,
it's clean.
It is better than the Sense, I believe, from my own opinion.
Question: what do y'all think about fast charging?
You know what? I don't agree with it. You want to know why? Because it's actually fast charging is not healthy for batteries in general. Chargers should not be fast. I mean, it is good and useful for when you're on the go, so it should be used on a frequent basis. If you have a rapid charger, I would avoid using them. The best type of chargers you want are the ones that charge slower. The slower the charge, the more you'll get out of it in the end, and the longevity of the battery itself will last a lot longer.
Right, because it's not heating it up. It's not, it's not wearing out the circuits.
Yeah, bro, and you can't compare. I mean, you can't convert water to acid that quickly. It's not good for it to happen. If you do that, all right. Look, if you charge with a rapid charger, you'll get about, say, you have a 2.5 long hour battery, just hypothetically speaking. If you do a rapid charger, it's going to charge for that much time, right? But if you put a regular charger in for a longer period of time, you're going to end up getting about 4 or 5 hours out of the charge in one single charge. It converts the water into acid a lot better. But I don't know if all batteries are like that now. I mean, we got nickel metal, we got cadmium batteries. Are they all acid based? I don't even know, honestly. Is it like a metallic?
Well, it's lithium ion, but
lithium ion. That's what it is. I'm sorry. I'm thinking cadmium. Cadmiums are still batteries too, though.
There's some kind of new. Did you see that thing about MIT designing that special type of battery tar?
Oh, the carbon nanotubes or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of on the same lines as graphene.
Yeah.
That it's all about the carbon atoms.
Yep.
Carbon's pretty awesome. I mean, just think about it. Come on, all life is carbon-based.
Anything could be made out of carbon, really. Think about it. You could just restructure.
All right, dude, here we go. Let's do this.
Oh, you got some Nook stuff for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to root the Nook. Okay. Tap the middle of the page. Okay, this is your Nook. Let's see.
Okay, and before we go on. You need to say goodbye to Nikki because I know it is late and I kept her awake for over an hour waiting for us to do this chat.
You promised me earlier.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Aww.
I know we said 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
You told me 12.
I'm sorry. We were on at 12. We just didn't have it going until then, and we were trying to get Thrasher on here, and unfortunately couldn't make it. So,
That's all right.
next show we're gonna have Thrasher on here. Nikki, you're welcome to join us again anytime. I'm gonna give you a heads up if you want. You're always welcome to input and anything you want. I really appreciate your presence here, and it made it more fun. Anything more the merrier. You know how it is.
Yeah, if it was a little earlier, it'd be a little bit more chatty.
Chatty and awake. That's cool. I'm sorry. I know I'm a little drunk right now, so I can go further. Here's to Nikki over there. We're gonna give her the gong like it's 1980s, 70s, whatever you want to give her.
I'll see you in like 30 days. 20.
That's right. So
20 days.
Yeah,
come on.
Dude, he's gonna drive up to New York.
That's too long.
All right, say ciao to Nikki. Nikki, say bye to the world. You're gonna be on YouTube.
Bye.
Oh, That's great. All right, so message me. I'll put the link up for you. You could. I think I already sent you the link, but you
Send
know.
it to me again later.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Thank you.
Alrighty then. So it's good joining us. Anytime you want, you can just close the chat, and we'll see you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Nice.
Quick.
We got to get Thrasher in here, man. We got some Google errors. That's a fail right there, how he didn't end up getting on here. Let me just do one last invite to see if we can get him going here, and then if not,
Yeah.
oh, he's not even. He's
I'm gonna show you how to root this Nook, dude.
So you got to reroute the Nook as it is, right? You're actually going to reroute it?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I wish we could do a screen share. We got to get. Is there a Google app out there that actually allows you to share what's on your Google screen onto your computer screen? Because that would be great. Because then we can just do screen share on Google Hangout.
Android or something like that. I forget.
Like, but does it actually,
told you about that, like, 2
mirror
weeks
image what's
ago.
on your screen?
Huh?
Does it actually mirror image what's on your screen? Like whatever you see on the
Way
screen?
better TeamViewer.
Yeah.
TeamViewer is awesome. Yeah.
So maybe TeamViewer will work on the Android, and then we just do a screen share, and then we could you can see everything going on. Oh, obviously with a root you can't do that. Oh, we got him.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what I did, but it worked, dude.
Nice.
My
I'm
internet
glad I
is
invited
on
you.
1 megabit, bro. Can't do it.
That's great. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, we can't really exactly see you yet, but he's all living in the dark ages right now.
It's like saw lighting in my room, dude.
I want to introduce Thrasher, aka Hilton. Well, actually, it should be the other way around. He's another Android member over here. By the way, to go into the middle of all this conversation right here, if you guys ever want, whoever's watching the world out there, you can always join us. You can get Android assistance, Android help from us at any time. You can just.
Don't charge either. Shit's free.
What's that?
We don't charge.
That's right. We don't charge. The problem is, all right, look. Like, sorry to speak of Apple, but if you get an Apple phone, what are you going to do if you have a problem? You go to the Apple store. I mean, you're going to pay like $300 in order to get your phone fixed, or however much they're going to charge. But you get help. When you got an Android problem, where do you go? Right? That's why we exist. Go to IRC. If you've never heard of IRC, you can get IRC access. You can go. We have an APK file, an actual app for Android phones, where you can actually access a portal to our chat system.
Give them the chat link too.
Oh, we'll give the chat link. Everything is going to be linked up in the description of YouTube. In the YouTube description after this chat, I'm going to add it in. Now, you can reach us on DownNet if you get IRC. You can get IRC for Windows. Most people viewing here probably have Windows. You go to mirc.com. You can download their client, connect to DownNet, and then go to Pound Android is the name of the channel. You can reach us there. We will be glad to assist you at any time. One of the operators should be there. One of us three are mainly the ones in there most of the time. And Thrasher is there when he's not working. Thrasher's just working a lot.
That's right.
You're damn right. He's that money.
No.
And so, yeah, anyways, to go on. All right, Lewis, what do you got for us over here?
All right. This is your Nook, your boring little book reader. Well, let's see. Okay. Just to show you, it is a Nook. In fact, like it's not a tablet.
Yep, it's got that N button on the bottom in the middle.
See that? Nook.
Nice.
No ROM that says Nook.
Not to be mistaken with Nookie.
I just put the little GS3 background.
I just had to throw that out there,
Yeah,
Well, I had to make it cool for me because it's not even my Nook, dude. I wouldn't buy a Nook, But once I found out you could convert it to a full functioning Android tablet, that it has a badass processor in it. I mean, the applications, the Nook applications. There's no market, which is my main thing. I was like, what? No market? All right, that's time to root.
Yep.
And I talked to you about it, and you convinced me more to root it. So
Yep.
it happened. All right. I also have Apex Launcher set up on it. So
Trashing over there.
So I clicked the.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Got
can
the
see
red eye action going over there.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's just my camera, dude.
Ah. So what is that? That's the main. That's the main Nook screen, right? With the books and everything.
See the home button.
Yeah, man.
All right. I click the home button. Apex Launcher pops up. Bam. Full functioning Android tablet. Doesn't lag at all. I mean, okay. I'm gonna show you how this gets done.
That's awesome.
Simple.
And to compare it to what we're saying, because if you haven't seen an actual background of a tablet, of what a regular Android tablet looks like, well, I got the brightness all the way up right here. As you can see, the desktop is generally the same exact thing as his Nook tablet. So you get the same exact thing, you know, like you got I got Apex Launcher. I did also commit to Apex Launcher. But you got all the same functionality of a regular Android tablet like his. So that's good to have.
Yeah, I mean Here, I'm gonna show you a quadrant score.
Dude, you know what's funny?
I won't have any of this.
You're looking down right now. Your floating Android guy is looking down as well.
He's like, what are you looking at?
He's checking you out. He's looking behind your back.
Yeah, it's a tablet. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I like that. I'll get to that. That's awesome, bro. Oh man, hey, I'm getting a bunch of Google Plus invites.
I've got port scanners. I've got a digital scale on here that works called Precision. Download this on your market. It's a pretty neat little application in case you do a lot of mailing. Do
Oh yeah.
Precision. Precision balance.
For mailing?
Yeah, precision balance, and it's fucking accurate, dude. I swear. And okay.
It just uses the accelerometers.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yo, Hilton, what's up?
Quadrant.
I'm trying to fix my laptop, dude.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's right. You're on your phone.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't brag about my Motorola Galaxy S.
Do a
You're
quadrant.
crazy hybrid.
John,
Yo,
everybody do a quadrant on their phone.
If I do a quadrant on my phone, it will have a seizure and it will quit my video.
Oh yeah, on your
Quadrant?
Video,
What?
I didn't know you're on your phone. Yeah, just do a quadrant real quick, see what you get. While I'm doing one on this tablet, let's see if we can outdo the Nook.
What?
Hey, dude, but this isn't going to work well.
It's a Nook, dude. It's not.
you want me to do it on my Nexus 10?
Let's see, you should be able to outdo it, right?
I'll do it on the Nexus 10 because I don't have Quadrant installed on my phone right now.
Nexus 10 will stomp the Nook, man.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm lost.
Quadrant Standard Edition. You have an Android phone, correct?
Yes, and it's my webcam right now, USB.
Basically, a quadrant score is a benchmark of all your processes and your CPU and memory and all that jazz.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's like a 3D mark or whatever.
This is Quadrant right here.
What'd you get?
Menu. No, this is just the menu, and then it's just basically you just run full benchmark, and then it does all these crazy tests. Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that quadrant.
yeah, it does CPU, memory, I/O, 2D graphics, 3D graphics. It runs tests, and it tells you basically what's going on with it. The graphics is pretty cool. It looks like you're running through a hallway in Doom back in the day.
Yeah, and it has like a bunch of characters fighting and a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, some cool shit. You see a helix, an atom helix. See, look, I'm getting some stuff right now. I'm getting.
Like the moon or some far off planet.
Do you mind doing a quadrant right now as we speak?
I got on the Nook. I got 3141 in a quadrant. That's
Remember my phone is overclocked to 1300 gig.
Nice. This is stock Nexus 10 kernel. No overclocking, no nothing. We'll see what happens with it. We're around the
Okay,
world.
plus I'm running Google Plus in the background.
Right, hey, I got something to add. That's the Galaxy Tab 10.1, correct?
No, this is the Nexus 10. Nexus 10.
Oh.
All right, let's see.
I got 5389 on my GS3 just now.
Whoa! Network connection failed. I forgot to enable Wi-Fi. You have to be connected to the internet in order to do the quadrant, by the way.
Yes, and I'm on port G LTE.
That sucks. Oh, for me.
I could pause my video and do this, but I ain't.
Okay, well I'm doing this plus Google Plus.
I gotta redo my quadrant.
Good luck, dude. Okay,
Oh, you got snapshots. Yeah, nice.
take
60 frames per second.
What? Huh? Oh, yeah.
If you look at the bottom,
Oh, wow.
Isn't there a minimum of what's who
Dude.
has the slowest phone here? I got a GS3.
I got a GS.
Yeah, GS2.
Motorola Droid Razor.
Oh,
So it might be either mine or CW's might be the slowest.
yeah.
You got Hilton?
I have a Motorola Droid Razor.
But his is all beefed out right now.
Yeah, but I have mine like overclocked and special governors and schedulers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so his is probably much faster.
Okay, Nook.
Yay, there's my keyboard. Woohoo.
Okay, my device scored a 2640 as my total score.
I didn't even run full benchmark. I'm so stupid. What's wrong with me?
Oh, there goes my webcam. Haha, it crashed. Alright, so that solves that.
That's alright.
I'm still here anyway.
Yeah, you can hear you. That's alright.
Alright, so now I can run my
Curtis,
quadro.
you're using a Galaxy Tab?
Alright, so I got 3141, dude, on the Nook. You got to be able to outdo that, right?
That's not
It's a
bad.
Nook. It's $150.
Yeah, I know. That's the beauty of it. $150 10-inch tablet.
There you go.
Can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
I'd rather get one of those Nooks for $150 than $150 overseas Hong Kong no-name brand piece of crap. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
AndroidForKeep.com.
No, it's loading time is not slow at all. It's a Nook, okay?
Yeah, and it runs just
So
like
what you want to do is I'm gonna show you how to get into Clockwork Mod, which is basically the best, in my own opinion, the best, most reliable fucking recovery there is. You can't go wrong with it.
They got things like
Never
ERP,
failed once.
TeamWin Recovery Project, which is actually much easier to use, but it's more user-friendly, but it's not as detailed. It's, you know what I mean? It's a very simplified version of Clockwork Mod Recovery.
Yeah, but people have had bug reports with it and shit, and Clockwork Mod I've been using since Evo 4G days, bro. And I just never had a problem with it. So what you want to do is you want to burn the ISO image. You want to search Google for Nook space HD plus space see what was it called?
Sweet.
Where's that link? Here, hold on. Let me paste. Where can I paste that link? Do you have somewhere where we're pasting links, John?
Well, we are going to paste links in YouTube afterwards in the description.
Okay.
Use the chat, I guess.
The links on here. It's just going to be a video stream.
Okay, well, we'll have the website on there. Right now, I'm just going to show you how to get into Clockwork Mod. What you do is you burn that ISO image. The image file you want to burn to an SD card. I've tried using a ultra high standard one. I used a class 10 Patriot. I used an 8 gig SanDisk. They all work, and it's a Nook. I mean,
They all work. Okay.
So, but I have gotten the best results out of the class 10 Patriot. So
Yes,
we're going to do that. I've got Clockwork Mod burned to it. Let's reboot into it and see what it does. If it does anything.
Nice.
If it doesn't, complete fail.
I got a 3193 on the quadrant, by the way.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty sweet.
Sound like a flight attendant over there, boss.
And that's stock settings. So.
To get into recovery on a Nook is kind of complicated at first.
Yeah, it's different. It's different than most phones ever, or most tablets ever.
The bootloader is what you would call completely locked. I mean, the most locked bootloader I've ever imagined. In the Evo 3D downgrade and unlocking that bootloader was something, but compared to this,
Dude, my bootloader is not even unlocked.
But what you do is make sure it's been on for, I don't know, probably at least 20 to 45 seconds. It on just sitting there, whether it's at the off screen, like that's a good idea. Turn it off and back on. By that, do that, sign in or whatever. I have a password on the front, which it's kind of cool. So if someone steals your Nook, they got to go through the password. But anyways, you want to put this SD card in with Clockwork Mod burned to it, which is, I believe, a 6 something version, or yeah, 6.02 or something. It's an older one. For some reason. Piece of shit. But, alright, so you want to turn off your Nook. Go ahead, power down. Easy as hell. Click OK. As soon as it powers down, you want to turn it back on. Just like you normally would.
I'm having difficulties with my desktop, sorry.
That wasn't the Nook starting up, by the way.
I know, that was like, I'm like, wait a minute,
such
what?
good timing, bro.
Oh, there's a computer?
Yeah, my desktop's fighting me, dude.
That was great timing, bro.
That was funny. It's like, Nook, do-do-do-do. Like, wait a minute, that's Windows 7.
Recovery.
It's a Nook with Windows sounds.
Well, it could be a mod, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to.
I don't know, but, you know, there's people...
Hey, I'm just going to use this one so I can see my feedback.
Cool. Remember to shut off your mic on one of them so that you don't get that crazy feedback.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so, alright, I gotta try to get into recovery again. Like I said, it is not something simple, okay? You gotta get the timing just right. Kind of like, if you've ever done a downgrade on a, Evo 4G or Evo 3D, or a, you know, done a downgrade period using Linux, basically, thing. You gotta hit the timing perfect to get into, recovery. To get it to boot off your SD card, that's the recovery image.
I had to do that quick. Sorry, bro.
Well, fuck off with all your noises. You get this over with, man.
That was not me.
How do I unmute him? I want to unmute him. I feel bad.
I'm fucking with you, man. I don't care. Oh yeah, as soon as it turns off, turn it on. As I just fucked up, I bet you it doesn't go into recovery.
Now, mind you, let me just add to this that since the bootloader is locked and you can't actually flash a recovery like most devices, the reason why he's doing this is because Nooks actually allow you to boot from an SD card if, you know, given the right application and the right format, you know, the right setup. That's why he told you that you have to keep the Nook on in the system and then shut it off and reboot right away. Me and him have sat there for a while trying to figure out why the hell it won't boot to the SD card, and this is the procedure you have to do, which isn't documented in most places. That, you know, there's reading guides online and they don't actually document any of that.
We didn't just do this once and fuck with it. And
no.
We played with it and played with it and figured it out because I wanted to completely figure it out. And we're OCD when it comes to Android.
Yeah, it took a lot to figure out.
Once we start a project, we don't finish it until we're done. That's what we did, dude. We went thoroughly through it, the son of art. So I got it on. I'm just gonna play around, load a game for the last time, which sucks because to re-download it's 2.5 gigs. Yeah, dude. What a bummer, right? Oh, you know, I'm gonna back up to the other SD card.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I got my Android. I switched Androids. I got my green guy now.
Ah.
Yes. All right. So we do got one viewer right now that his name is Ruben. Ruben, what's up, boy?
Shout outs.
Shout out to Ruben out there. I know he's listening in right now. You missed out on some Graphene chat, though. I know you just joined only a couple minutes ago or whatever. Damn right. Who's that, Hilton over there playing sounds?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Oh, that's you, though. I know that.
Yeah, it is.
Making the noises. I know that. My Android guy solo. Hey, get up here.
Well, I could make my own noise. I don't need to press any buttons.
Yeah, you got sound effects and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Just boot that time. I'm gonna have to reburn it.
Like, Yeah, I'm not going to be all cheesy here, but let's just say I tripped out people because they couldn't see me on camera doing it. They're like, "What the hell are you doing?" They could only imagine, right? I mean, it was good stuff.
What?
All right, I got emails. What's going on here? 2:30 in the morning. Oh,
I'm
nice.
trying to get it to boot, dude. It's being a piece of shit. Okay, so anyways, let me continue without even doing this. It's pretty simple. I mean, because the son of a bitch is not booting, and we're gonna be here for a while.
Well, let me show you something cool right now.
Alright, yeah, entertain us.
Entertain? Well,
Woo, the entertainment!
what you see here is some pretty sexy stuff, huh? Wait, let me see what it is. That is a Samsung Tab 10.1 and
Note 2? Boom!
That a beauty right there.
Come on.
I didn't do it.
Gotta love Samsung. But this dude needs to upgrade his system. I've been trying to convince him to throw, he really needs to throw, what do you call it? He really needs to throw a new system on there. I think CM 10.1 is available for both. But at least put Jelly Bean on it, bro. He's what is that? That looks like honeycomb. I think he's got honeycomb running right now.
Probably. Wow.
That right there, that's these tablets belong to Joe of Las Vegas. And yeah, man, I wish he would let me root him for him, or at least let me go to the guide with him. Well, he's been telling me he's been wanting to. Me and him never had the time to actually match up and link up at the same time to be able to do. Because, dude, it does take a couple hours to knock off both of these and properly configure them. You know what I mean?
Right.
The right way, at least. But I'll be honest with you, I have rooted Samsung tabs, and the process is really simple. Really simple. I mean, I literally did it because I think they have toolkits now to root them, and it literally took about 10 minutes to have a good working system on there. You know what I mean? But you always want to. The hardest part is figuring out which ROM you really want to run. You know, because there's so many ROMs out there, and you want to figure out which one's best for you. It takes. The only way to really find out is because every device reacts differently when it comes to that. So you really got to figure out which ones you want to use. You know, depending on what phone. Like for example, AOKP may be amazing on one phone, but then shitty on the next. So then CyanogenMod might be better on one phone, and AOKP might be better on a different one. You know, like it really depends. Or one of my favorites, Paranoid Android, if you really like tweaking the hell out of things, because that has the most features and tweaks you could possibly imagine ever, which is great to have. But like right now, I got on one of my phones, I got it's a variation. It's a crazy hybrid. It's AOKP, CM10, and Paranoid Android mashed up into one ROM, and they actually fight against each other. The ROMs, the features of the different ROMs fight against each other because, you know, like there's subsystem menus in the system preferences for CM, you know, or for AOKP, and certain features work on one and they'll go with others, and they actually fight against each other. Like if you put phablet mode on one and you put tablet mode on the other, one of them is going to supersede the other. I don't know which one it may be. Whatever comes first, but it's crazy. They fight against each other, so it's a glitch. But you know, they work their bugs out of it. Depending on what features you want to use, you just gotta think carefully before you start crazy changing settings around and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But I believe, like I said, my boy Ruben is listening, and he does have a Nook. I'm pretty sure. If not, his sister has a Nook. So this might be useful for him if he's.
I'm about to have it boot, dude. Trust me, I got it this time. I'm using the other SD card. Also, I used a Class 8 SD card. It works. Class 10 and a UHS both will work, but I recommend using a Class 8.
Yeah.
In my own opinion. That's my own opinion. You can throw a Class 10 and a UHS 1 in, but it will be glitchy with a UHS 1 and Class 10. It's a bitch to boot. Honestly, I would use a Class 10. I use a Class 10 because I've done this so much, but It'd be easier to not use a class 10 if you're doing it the first time. Use something lower, but not too low, because it's really picky about the SD cards. That's why I mentioned what brand name I used. Found that out after like an hour and a half. Remember, it was real picky about the SD card. We couldn't get it to boot.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Tried about 6 of them, I think. Anyways, I'm sorry I ended up piece of shit rebooted on its own. It did auto reboot.
Yeah, it takes a couple turns to get it going. I mean, I know when we first did it, it's like when you first got it booting into the SD card, we were amazed that it actually worked.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Bro.
But if you think about it, you're just changing a launcher, and it's Android to begin with, and it's Linux, and you're not doing much to it differently. You're just changing scripts around, you know.
Yeah.
It's since like I recommend beautiful widgets. I mean, it makes it a nice little tablet. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I went with this
Beautiful
on the
widgets
airplane.
is beautiful.
You know,
There you go.
I don't turn animations on. It's not glitchy. It's cool, but kind of gay. I mean,
Really?
you don't want to sit there once you turn on your tablet for 4 seconds and watch clouds go by. Fuck off. But,
Oh, we got Joe. What up, Joe? Dude,
Let's go,
playing
baby.
tablets right now. Look at this guy.
Yeah, see that?
Oh, that's loud.
Joe, who's Joe?
Joe from Las Vegas, the one that I just showed you the picture. He's got a Nexus. He's got a Samsung Tab 10 and a 7.
iPhone Joe.
No, he don't got an iPhone. He got a Galaxy S2 like me, but he got a white one in T-Mobile. And he got it rooted. He got it rooted to it too.
Joe with the hats. What Joe who?
Joe from Vegas. I don't know.
Oh, your friend from Vegas?
Yeah, my
Yeah, I
friend.
got that wallpaper.
Oh,
the sphere.
okay, yeah. I don't see his. Oh, okay.
Well, when you see him, you'll recognize him. You know, but right now I guess they're playing with tablets. Hey, Joe, you there?
All right. So I'm gonna reboot.
He joined, but I don't know if you can hear him. There he is.
There he is. What up, boy? I can't hear you right now. I think I might have muted you by accident.
It reboots. Hit. You want to power up as soon as it reboots. I mean, literally. Like, I've already hit it. Like, as soon as it reboots. Okay, you want to hold it, hold it, hold it, and hold it, and hold it. Alright, now cross your fingers and say a couple Hail Marys and, like, hope.
And see the reflection of the desktop. Nice.
This shit wouldn't boot, dude. What the fuck? I think I may have hit it too fast, actually. Yeah, sure did, dude. Well, that's the first. I hit it too fast. Shit. Because you gotta hit it so quick that.
Damn, multiple screens confuse me sometimes.
Yeah, turn one of them off or something. Okay, now
I gotta have my multiples.
I got it too, man. Why, yo, CW, you got more than one screen set up?
Oh yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, you got 2? All right.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I'm a developer. I gotta have the website or something on one side, code on the other, research.
I got
One
5
set
in
on
my
the other.
room.
You know, if I had the room for it, I'd have like 3 or 4, and I'd have stuff to put on them.
Yeah.
You know,
Welcome back. All right.
just means I wouldn't have anything covered up. That's all.
Well, I got 5 in my office. I got 2 right here, and I got 1 right behind me. I go excessive, you know. And I got excessive amount
Try
of.
this again.
Gee.
You got to get the timing right, all right? Now it's turning off. As soon as it turns off. All right, I've just hit it when it turned off.
Oh, hello, Android.
It's like not coming on
Joe.
It doesn't like him.
again. It's a son of a bitch to get in there. You got to hit it just right. It's a son of a bitch.
I know, it's a shame. You know what it is? It works when you're not broadcasting, but
Oh, of course. You do stuff live or.
yeah.
I run into that all the time with the websites. It's like, oh, okay, I bug fixed this and I made sure everything is great. Upload it and publish it. Tell them about it. New version's out, and then go test it on their server, and it's like find 5 more bugs. And it's like, oh, come on.
Alright, I'm gonna paste the link in the channel of
It's all good though.
the site I used. Also, I'm sure a lot of us are gonna recommend, if you have an Android phone out there, you want it rooted and unlocked, like go to AndroidNoob.com or come down to the IRC channel. I mean, we have people every day that come in there and get rooted phones, you know? They live with a rooted phone, they're like, hell yeah, I got a rooted phone.
Yeah, they're all happy.
CM 10.1 is what everybody runs generally. I mean, it's the most, and I run a nightly. I'm sure y'all run a nightly as well.
Yeah, if there's support for it.
I might. I don't know. I'm
very,
still debating whether I want to upgrade yet, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in gingerbread, man. I'm old school.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, Joe?
Hello.
Yo, Joe.
Like my fucking. Oh, sorry. Do you like my tablets? Both my tablets.
Yeah, man.
My big. I love.
With your Galaxy Tab 7 and 10, you got the.
And I'm on my Galaxy 2 right now. I'm such a Samsung whore.
I love it. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at
It's the
it.
best right now.
Dude, they were my first phone. They're my current phone. They're all the future phones that I'd want.
I finally benchmarked.
Check it out. Hey, I got it to boot.
Teaching my mother how to use a tablet.
Nice. Oh, we got the Nook tablet. You see,
It's tablet. It's like the screen's got to turn. See?
Cyano
Universal
boot.
bootloader. Cyan boot, universal bootloader. Alright, you see ROM manager icon and stuff?
And
Yep.
it starts.
Little
And that's
clockwork
directly
mod.
through the SD card too.
Huh?
That's directly through the SD card. It's not even coded into the
I'm
computer.
not on the internal at all. I'm not messing with anything that. I'm going to convert this completely back to a Nook. And I'll show you. It's running Clockwork Mod based recovery 6.0.2.3 for stock HD plus on eMMC. Okay, you want that zip file? That I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. It's not Clockwork Mod recovery, but it's identical and it's legit and it works fast. All right, the buttons are a little weird though. The actual Nook button, I guess that's the home button for Nook or whatever. I don't know much about Nook. You don't have to wipe cache or anything. There's no caches. You don't need to do anything. Just to go to install zip to root and unlock this device.
Just make sure you have your ROM downloaded already and put onto your SD card prior to booting into.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, that should be a given. But yeah, let's mention that. You never know.
It took you like 10 minutes to like boot into there, and then imagine you don't have the ROM on there, and you're like, "Fuck, what do I do now? I gotta do it."
I gotta do it all over again.
No, I got
zero.
Clockwork Mod.
We'll post links about where to find these ROMs and where to find what to put on the SD card. We'll have everything at the end of the in the description of the video as well, and we'll probably put them up on.
Well, you know, if you've seen it rooted, you've seen it can be an Android tablet. All right, now I'm about to flash it as if bone stock. I don't want to have it, you know, tablet anymore. Okay. You go to zip. The select button to hit enter is the Nook button, isn't it? Yep, it is.
Yep.
All right, you want to go down to Nook HD HD plus universal root rev1.zip. And we'll have the link information. I'll forward that to you.
Yeah, man.
You can put it on that wherever you're gonna have it.
You know what I'm gonna make it? You know how YouTube has, where you could pop up, it pops up on the screen. You can have things pop up on the screen.
Yeah,
and,
captions and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I'll also put it in the description as well as pop up on the screen while we're talking about it. You know.
Yep. Yeah, that's easy stuff.
And
especially for us, man. You know, we're Android noobs.
Yep.
So I want this to be a stock tablet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, well, let's see.
I think I'm gonna root this
It's
thing.
factory reset, but I'm showing you how to root it. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm tired. It's like 2 a.m. Alright, so I'm gonna install zip. I want to go to the universal root rev1.zip. Want to select it. You don't wipe anything. Don't flash anything and wipe Dalvik. Don't fuck with Dalvik. Trust me. All right. I learned from the worst way. I gotta fuck up to learn. All right, because I'm stubborn like that, and you don't want to do that. Not with a Nook. The Nook's the son of a bitch to get back. If you break this thing, you're fucked. Like, literally. Because of the bootloader is integrated. It's the weirdest bootloader I've ever seen in my life. I don't like it. I can't stand it. What about you, John? I mean, I know. What are your thoughts on the bootloader?
The integrated bootloader?
Huh?
There's not much use for it except for factory reset. I mean, other than that, and it allows you to boot into fast boot if you need to. But other than that, download mode is the only other useful thing to boot into. But I don't even think that has a link to that in it.
You want to install HD Plus Universal Root, okay? To select again, use the Nook button. It's easy. See it? It's installing. Simple as that. Done. Alright, then you want to, without doing anything, you want to choose it from SD card. You want to install the other zip. Download each one of these. I'm going to install the one called manual OTA plus unknown sources -rev1.zip.
That's important.
And it allows you to not install OT updates automatically, which is very convenient because every now and then OT updates come with all kinds of bullshit, especially if they're trying something new. And I don't care for bloatware also.
Yeah, all the carrier's good stuff.
Exactly. It's like going to college. I don't want to take math and English. I want to take what I want to take. That's what I'm interested in.
On top of that, it allows you to download unknown source files such as APK files, so you can, run them directly.
Gives you the option. By the way.
Yeah, install them off of any source or Amazon Market.
Yep.
It should be an Android development where you do that. Also, location services. This has no what do you call it? Mine?
GPS.
What's that?
GPS, but like a compass, a gyrometer.
Oh, accelerometer.
Oh, the gyroscope. Yeah.
Gyroscope. Is that what it's called?
Most of them don't know. Oh, there's all kinds of different ways.
There's also
like
accelerometer.
So it's like a magnet. It can't be like a magnet. It does connect. It does sense. It has a sensor to sense the angles and stuff, but not a magnet. Like it can't be a compass.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
doesn't detect degrees.
So location services, you want to flash that zip because what that'll do is connect with Google, and it's going to ask you when you first boot. Also, this is really important. You want to allow mock locations in Android development before you start flashing. If you didn't do that, you want to reboot. If you care about location services. If not, then fuck.
Yeah, be able to use Google Maps and other such applications that require your location. Even Google.com on your web browser, some of them require location.
Right.
So get localized.
What is that mock locations anyway? I never.
It allows you to get localized results. Like if you search for something, it'll know where you are and it'll locate places near you. Say you type pizza, in Google it'll show pizza results of places near you.
Oh, but I don't have it enabled, and I still get that.
That's because you're logged into your Google account, and your Google account is set to a certain location, and it already knows where you are. I mean, there's other such forms to find your location besides mock location.
Well, I mean, because it seems to me like when I go to Maps, like it does it's based on my GPS.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it.
Also,
but if I didn't have GPS or something, I mean, it's kind of like a fallback, I guess.
Yeah, there's two different points. There's GPS, and then there's always those two different ways. I forgot what they are, but there's...
Well, there's, GPS, and then the course location, the network.
Yeah, the GPRS
towers.
Coordinates,
Right. Well, triangulation from the towers, what tower are you connected to.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You also want to install gaps plus extra, not any gaps either, not the one with the twos all over it. What is it? 2012, 212, 2012.
12. Actually, it is. Yeah.
You don't want that. I would like to try it, but then you may have a break Nook.
And that's for Jelly Bean.
Try explaining that to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, right. I flashed the wrong G apps on my Nook. They'll be like, "What?
Do what?"
Make sure you get the right one, though.
The certain gaps plus extras for stock rev1.zip. Flash it again. Don't wipe nothing.
Yeah.
You don't need to wipe. Be dirty. Never wipe. Never wipe.
Oh,
We like doing it dirty.
there's a dirty Nook right here.
Alright, to go
I'm
back,
gonna leave
you
that
hit
alone.
the power button.
I already got in trouble once.
Dirty Nookie. All right, I'm gonna drink to that.
I'm gonna go to advanced and fix permissions just because I'm OCD like that. Just to make sure, you know, I would recommend always fixing permissions. I'm sure y'all do too. After installing anything like that, something serious to the heart, you know, system.
I got an app just in case, but I haven't had to use it since I stopped fooling with my Aria.
Yeah, I haven't either in years, but I still manually flash all my ROM. Like I want to flash it right. I'm making sure it's gonna flash right. I don't want no fuck ups at all.
Right.
So, and I always, I wipe caches and Dalvik. Wipe Dalvik and wipe cache, and that's it. Then install nightlies every night. CM 10.1 on the GS3, and man, the GS3 is awesome. John, you still like your GS2?
Yeah, I mean, I got glitches, but that's hardware glitches right now.
Yep. I'm just bummed that it didn't come with the FM radio, man. I was like all set to like replace that.
Yeah. Now my digitizer, it ghost presses, so like it presses the menu button repeatedly, like all the time. While I'm typing, while I'm doing anything, it just starts pressing menu. So
Wow.
that's pressing menu functions. Like I'll be typing a text message, and then all of a sudden it'll hit menu, and I'll hit call, and I'll start calling the person, or it'll hit
right.
convert to MMS message or add subject. I'm like, what the? I just want to send a text message. That's it. But, by the way, let me give you the results of my my quadrant score. This is a stock Nexus 10, and it came out to 4571.
Nice.
Yep. I mean, I've seen much better, but this is obviously not overclocked. It's just stock. You know what I mean?
Right.
It goes to show
Yeah, I
you,
haven't
it's
fooled
not
with
bad.
it.
I got like 1,000 less, dude.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. From a Nexus 10, which is the top of the line tablet out right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. That's nice.
Yeah.
This is a fucking dumb Nook. You know, the resolution on this thing is very high, I might add.
I would like to see Joe's quadrant score on his Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. That would be
Let me.
probably not far behind me. Probably really close. Probably about
Should be in the 4,000s.
Yeah, the 4,000s. I'd say like 4,200, right? Right.
Yeah, probably something like that.
I would say about that.
All right. You want to reboot? You know, take this SD card out. You don't want to reboot right back into Clockwork Mod and fuck it all up. It will fuck everything up. You got to come back and flash everything.
Yeah.
So you want to reboot into recovery. Or reboot recovery, rather.
Mind you, I'm going to run Quadrant on my Galaxy S2. Rooted, still stock. I believe it's a stock kernel. But let's see what I get on this. I'm curious to know.
Oh,
I haven't run benchmark on you in a while, actually.
This is interesting. Somebody got a 3831 quadrant on an S2.
Wow, really?
Running Android 2.3, same as me.
Wow, really?
How the heck did they do that?
They did some major tweaking, I guess. Oh, and I got a forced close. Unfortunately, Quadrant Standard has stopped.
Oh.
Fail.
CM 10.1.
Doesn't like you. They say it's a default clock, though. But they probably got some other things going on. Maybe they turned off a bunch of system services, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to reboot. I mean, I'm sure the... Oh, man.
I mean, I do that kind of stuff, you know. I'll disable all kinds.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't been as aggressive on this phone because it has the room to do it. You know, I don't care, but
yeah.
Man, I had to be militant with my Aria.
Also, once you root, this is what's going to come up. You're going to see Zeem Launcher. You're not going to have Apex. Don't mind Apex. Oh, fuck. Apex isn't there.
No, but Apex is a great launcher to use in general. That's why you did install it.
Also, I didn't have Apex Launcher. I fucked up. Let me...
Hey, as long as your Android guy is looking over your shoulder, you got nothing to worry about.
Right. Mine's guarded my logo, says nobody steal that.
Yeah, right. You could actually make them go behind the logo instead of in front. See, like ours are floating in front. You can make it behind it if you wanted to. Like,
Nah, he's all good. He's behaving himself for the most part.
Yeah.
Covers up my name once in a while, but yeah.
Now he won't cover my name. Look, now he goes behind it. See?
Yeah.
And that is.
Oh, that's interesting.
By the way, I got my parrot. That's my parrot on the Android Noob logo in the corner, spreading his wings. Spreading his wings.
His ways.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
No, I just came back in. But speaking of Galaxy 2s, mine totally fucked itself up. I've never seen a phone fuck itself up before. It caught in a boot loop, and it never came out of it, and I had to unroot it to make it work.
Yeah, I remember that. You can't even root it now.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I'm gonna try. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna end up bricking.
We spent a good 6
I'm
hours.
totally gonna brick this phone.
Have you ever heard of a GS2 that you can't root anymore because if you did, it would boot loop?
That's crazy.
He has to have it in.
It had been rooted. It had been rooted for like.
For a good 2 years, year and a half.
I don't know. It's just it didn't want to work anymore.
Since you got it, it's been rooted.
Different ROMs, different kernels, different everything. Nothing ever messed with it. And then all of a sudden, just one day, it just got caught in the loop. Never got out. It's really bad.
The only way out was to RUU, and then I think that's what we did, right? You RUU'd, and then you went back to stock, and then you just ran system updates, and that's the only thing you could do.
Yeah, I had to force it because it's stock from like another country. It's 4.0.4 from God knows like Austria or somewhere weird. And no offense to Austria. And it's just, I don't know, it doesn't work right. It's like half-assed, but it works. That's the point, is that it actually works.
In Austria, GS worked too.
It's not rooted in.
Well, after you do that, you want to go to settings and uncheck mock locations. Also go to force GPU rendering, because this thing has actually, believe it or not, it's a Nook. It's stupid. You wouldn't think it's an Android tablet at all. It has a hell of a GPU in it. No joke. Like, we researched it. I just put a 6920 on each core 2106 megahertz on my GS3.
You want to know what I got? I just ran a quadrant. I got 3165.
Yeah.
Are you stock?
Stock. Well, not stock ROM, but stock kernel. And I didn't overclock or anything like that.
Also, before you do this,
the 3100s.
You want to do all the system updates. Don't be afraid to do all the updates. You want everything. That's not update. That's updating your. Forget it. It's still a Nook. You want to constantly do updates. It's not going to bother your Android. You're running Android on top of this basically, and you'd think it'd run a lot slower. It doesn't. For instance, I'll show you. I'll get on. I've got this. I recently had to fly. I got bored, and so I figured I'd play a game. And ended up being too much turbulence to play, but I did get on it for a second. Because it's called Max Payne. And on the tablet, I just want to show you, this is a Nook. This doesn't run slow at all. Graphics are all the way up. Maximum everything possible, trust me. On everything.
Nice.
I haven't found something to lag yet. And this is a Nook. I mean... You know, they had this stupid fucking logo. Load. Right.
Oh man, I haven't heard that in ages.
Yeah, right?
Speed.
The old Max Payne cannon.
How the graphics are, but I'll try to walk around and show you. It doesn't lag.
The hell?
Dude, I gotta get that game on here too. I missed that game.
Oh, that's nice. I used to have the Max Payne demo on PC.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, it's running
The crazy old bullet time.
Listen, someone's broken into
This
my
is
house.
a
Call
Nook.
911.
Is this the Payne residence?
No. Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have
Andrew, you want to get a piece of that?
I don't want to get like.
I know he's like, I want to play.
I want to play. He jumped onto the screen.
You know, this is a Nook. It doesn't lag at all. It's all the way. The graphics are all the way up. I mean, you know, it's you can't. The texture sharpness is all the way up. Screen resolution all the way up. I mean, also the brightness, I turned it up a tad. High details on, enhanced contrast. Alright, let me go back to the game. Alright. Yeah, just to show you it doesn't lag. Like, this is a badass game. Mind you, uh-oh, no. Oh, I don't have any ammo. I shot it all.
Wait, is that going back to the rock and you got what do you call it? Nat Screen working on a stock book?
This is not, the graphics are awesome on this thing. I mean, it's phenomenal. And it's a Nook, okay? So it's possible to root a Nook and to get even the one thing a good con I have, that's as loud as it gets. I mean, unless you got headphones like you know, like something like some kind of noise cancellation headphones with 40mm drivers in them or something.
Those transports.
Jam I did on the airplane, dude, and it outdid the speakers. But yeah, it's, you know, fully rooted Nook. If I want to go back to the Nook, I hit this middle button. Zeem will go take you to the launcher. What that is, you click, you know, you can do it by default. If you don't ever want to use the Nook, I preferably have a couple books I like to read. So this isn't my Nook. This is someone's Nook. I'm, you know, rooting for them, and they let me borrow it for the trip, and now I'm gonna have to buy a tablet. I didn't like tablets before this, but this Nook impressed me. So if you want to go home, you click home to go to your Nook. There, you got your books. You see, you know, creation of the universe. That's what I'm trying to read right now. So, I don't know. I like shit like that. And you know, it's a Nook. Yet, if I hit, also, you want to go to the market when you get on here. Sign in with your Google and Gmail account. Sync everything. Go into the market. Download Apex Launcher. It's a very good launcher. If you click, by default though, you will have Zeem. You can click Zeem. Zeem's not bad. I mean, it's not what I recommend. I have the GS3 wallpaper on there and shit.
The top ones would be either Apex Launcher, which is also in my personal opinion, a favorite, or Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher is fairly well as well.
I mean, you know, I use also, when once I rooted it and everything, I downloaded Set CPU. I have performance mode on. I have deadline, or CFQ rather, and the minimum, you know, all the way down, maximum all the way up. Let me see if I'm gonna do another quadrant and see if I can pull something. It will pull 4,000 on a quadrant.
Oh yeah.
And that's what
should. I mean, I'm looking at the specs now. It is actually it's a dual core 1 gigahertz with the Power VR graphics.
No, it's the HD plus 1.5 gigahertz each core. It's 2 cores. It's 1.5.
Oh, you got 1.5. Oh, you got the new one.
Yeah, that's the Nook HD plus.
Yeah, the HD is
so you got even better.
But you can still also, but you can, while you mention that, you can put Linux on that, or not Linux. You can put a different launcher on. You can root and unlock that one, and you can also do it to a non-color one. You can do it to any Nook. I know it's. Some people say on the internet, oh, it's impossible. Well, they just don't know what the hell they're talking about. You just saw me do it in what, a couple minutes. You reboot into recovery, flash the zips. It doesn't matter what order. You got to flash the root first. Once you flash that root zip, doesn't matter what order you flash the rest. Flash gaps, flash location, flash the other one, unknown sources, and you're good. Even, for instance, once I go to settings, the only problem I have is that when you go to settings, it's not Android settings, it's the Nook settings, because you're still running a Nook, okay? But, let's see.
Isn't there also an actual ROM you can fully flash onto it? It is possible, right?
Yes. They actually have 10.1 you can flash onto this.
Oh, CM 10.1, yeah, which is a great idea.
I run XDA U-turn, speed test, sky maps. I run several games. It's port scanners even. I got the App Store. I just want to show you. Like people say that you can't get the App Store. This is a Nook HD Plus, 16 gig with 32 gig class 10. You can run the App Store. Okay, there's no reason you can't. Okay, there's an application here. I'll search for Rockvid. Everybody knows about Rockvid, right? I mean, that's some old school shit. All right, comes up with it. Actually, it doesn't. But Rockfall's HT live wallpaper looks cool anyway. I mean, the market works perfect. It's awesome. For a Nook, $150, or probably not $150, but I'm not sure it is. But that's that, man. I wouldn't recommend buying a Nook. There's no camera, no front, no rear camera. Other than that, if you have like a plane flight, you want to play a game on high quality possible, no glitching. I'm talking about I couldn't get it to glitch. I tried, trust me. I've put it through tests. I put it through hell. The battery life also. I run on performance mode on set CPU on deadline when I'm playing a game, and the performance, you wouldn't believe I can play for 3.5 hours. My battery will be like 35%, and it's great. If you have a Nook, you want an Android tablet, you got one.
Yeah, but if you want a Nook and you want one for a cheap price, I mean, you are mentioning the prices. 8 gig Nook HD Plus, or I think just the Nook HD goes for about $200, and then the 32 gig ones go for about $300.
But I mean, get a 16 gig HD Plus and throw a 30. I think it'll support 64 gig, but it is picky. Look, you want to use this brand. Remember we went through that. We actually found a list, and we'll post the list of the brands that. Let's see.
I mean, you can get a Nook HD Plus. The 16 gig ones, they go for $270 new, I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, $275 new, which is not bad at all,
Nope.
It's 1.5 gigahertz dual core processor. It's actually 9-inch. So to tell you the truth, it's the same size as the iPad, but 10 times cheaper.
So you can get that and just put this card in it, class 10, 32 gig, Patriot micro SD. It's it's HC. What's that?
HD, yeah, HD SC. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, HC. The fucking acronym.
Well, HC would be high capacity.
High capacity, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm using in it. It's
SDH.
And if you do that, you got the 16 gig
Right.
internal. But then once you install this, also by the way, go to applications, go to settings, go to application storage, and then change it to your SD, and then format that SD if needed. Because you don't need it anymore.
What? No.
Then you can always flash it.
Oh man, that's a tribute to Sam right there, Joe. I love it. I love it. Fucking alien head over there. Oh man, that's one of our boys, man. That's yeah. Cheers for that. That was awesome.
Have fun flashing a Nook.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh man.
Oh
All
yeah.
you Apple fans out there, just want to let you know my quadrant score is higher than your iPhone 4S. So fuck off. On a Nook. So how's that?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Great.
So, you know, maybe you should consider Android, because I've talked 3 people into getting an Android this week, and they had an iPhone 5, and they love their GS3 over their iPhone 5. I mean, they love it. They say, oh, man, I should have done this a long time ago. My friend told me to get an iPhone. That was a mistake. Yeah, really, man.
Buyer's remorse.
Well, just remember, I mean, if you're not a technical person, you know, if you really don't know shit about technology and you're not easy to navigate around a phone, I mean, by all means, go get yourself an Apple product, but and go waste your money. But if not, you know, if you really feel like, you know, getting your money's worth, then, you know, do the right thing, you know.
Or I tell you what, come into our channel and consult one of us. One of the ops will tell you. You know.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You might want to watch one called CW. He's rather an asshole sometimes.
Get out of here.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I know.
Yeah, just ask one of the ops. You know, be like, hey, this is my situation. This is how much money I got to spend. What do you recommend? Or I'll tell you what, we can't recommend you an iPhone, but we're gonna get you something badass. What you can get, dude. We're not gonna bullshit you either. We don't care. We don't profit off of this in any way. So,
nope.
And actually, the opposite. So, you know, we do this because we love Android.
Yep.
So,
it's a hobby to us, and it's fun to us.
And for what it's worth, I don't even repair the phone, so don't even go there. You know, don't send them to me. I don't. You know, I don't physically fix them, but I'll help you do the software, routing, all that stuff.
I'll be glad to physically fix anyone's phone. You want to send them to me? I fix cracked screens. I change batteries.
There you go.
Swap logic board. I'll do whatever the hell is wrong.
I'll do the software. He'll do the hardware. He's got it.
Also,
I don't have the setup, so I just ain't gonna get into that.
I got more than enough tools to do any type of open heart surgery to a phone.
But by the way, this is the GS3. Doesn't matter if you have Sprint. Doesn't matter what it is. If you want to buy a digitizer for this thing,
$140
bucks. Call a Surion.
Yep.
This is $250 to get shipped here, and that's not next day air even. That's like 5 to or something, 14 to some shit. Yeah. And that $250. I mean, that's nuts. So
it's a ripoff.
Yeah, it must have some kind of badass digitizer on it. I mean, I haven't taken one apart yet, but.
Well, the digitizer, the reason is because the digitizer and the LCD are attached to each other, and you cannot buy them. You can actually buy them separately, which doesn't make any sense because you can't attach them together. I don't understand the way it works. You have to have them both as one unit in order to get them working together.
Now, what is this business? It's asking me if I'm still here. I'm pressing buttons. Of course, it's still here.
Yeah, after a certain amount of time, it asks you if you're still there. The Google Hangout. It's kind of weird how it does that. Yeah.
It's like even if I'm pressing buttons and switching cameras, you can't tell I'm here.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah.
You want to end
I guess I haven't moved enough on camera.
You got anything else you need to say?
I guess not. I mean, I'm glad if you guys watched through the whole thing. That's cool. We're gonna be doing different shows, maybe on a weekly basis. We're not sure how it's gonna turn out, but you know, we're gonna come up with different topics of discussion. And you know, if you guys ever come up, if anyone watching ever comes up with a topic discussion, you know, we're glad to hear your input. You know, post a comment in the YouTube link. Be sure to like us, gain popularity, hit that like button. Trust me, it helps a lot. You know, we're gaining popularity. I mean, we started a channel out with 3 people in the channel, and then now it's on literally it's on a 25 user average basis a day that we have in there. So, you know, the popularity is growing. Android is doing nothing but yeah, it's really gaining popularity. So you want to do it, you know, it's great to have. You got this guy doing speeches with his dog over here. Have a lot of fun. Like I said, anyone's welcome to join. You can ask all the questions you want. Just don't ask CW. He might throw something at you. I'm just kidding.
Unless your name is Winston.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, like I said, be sure to like us. Join us next time. Contact any of us. You know, anything you want, you can let us know. We're going to post all our emails in here that were here today. So if any of you need to contact anyone here, that, you know, you're glad to if you want, or if they don't want to post their emails, then we'll just, you know, We'll have him on the website. We're gonna
no stalker alerts.
AndroidNoob.com is the website, by the way. AndroidNoob and 00b.com. You can reach us there. Go to the forums. You could, if you don't want to go to the chat channel, or if you find it difficult to learn how to go to the chat channel, you're always welcome to go to the forums. Click the forums link on AndroidNoob.com, and you'll be sent to the forums. You could ask a question on there. Any of us will be glad to answer your question on there as well. And like I said, anything you want, come help us. Come hang out. You love phones, come hang out. You don't even have to ask questions.
Also, I just want to add something real quick. The site, it's under construction right now, but you get the idea. I use Firefox when I go to it. I don't know, Firefox seems to work better. But if you like how it's designed, I mean, we got a badass webmaster and admin at AndroidNoob.com.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. There's a lot of glitches and bugs, but I'm going to simplify the page. Right now, it was I swapped it to a Galaxy S3 from a GNX, and now the button configuration on the bottom is different. So you hit home, and you go home. You know what I mean?
There will be a GS4 though, and soon, good things are coming. Change.
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure that change.
Yes.
And also to avid users and followers of our channel, and people that like us, we will be having contests soon, and we will be me and Chaostic over there are actually coming up devising a whole bunch of pretty things that we might be offering to you guys. So stay tuned about that. We might be having some cool stuff available for people and viewers and watchers. So keep in touch with us and keep watching us and keep liking us. So
that's it.
Y'all take care.
Woo!
Good. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. 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 That's great. Anyways, from all of us at Android Noob, take care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.